Hello everybody. So I'm trying to do shorter readings this week. I keep saying that. I'm a talker. Sorry. So I'm going to jump right in here. One card readings, but I will pull an oracle card. So that'll be confirmation or clarification. I'm trying to make the announcement now that I will soon be attempting to do a few ASMR videos as well. I have a secondary channel that I haven't done anything with yet. So if you have any ideas and things, that's great. I'm going to be using slime, kinetic sand, and tarot and art, like painting and things like that. I'm going to attempt some of these in the near future. So, I will post a link when the time comes, and I will be definitely having you go check that out if you're interested. It seems to be, ASMR is really big, and I just never realized how much the unintentional ASMR has been a huge factor in my life. So, doing intentional is a whole new ballgame for me. Anyways, I want to appreciate all of you for your the subscriptions. Thank you. The likes and comments are much appreciated. So with one card reading here, I just pulled a random card. I'm going to read, and hopefully your story comes out. Whatever you need to hear, the message should be in this. So I really hope that you guys will get something out of this for sure. I'm just winging it on intuition. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. So the first card, well, I say the first card, the only card I pulled, this is from my anime deck. I got it from Earthbound Trading Company. It's pretty cool. This is the Emperor, number 4, Major Arcana. So this is going to be, Major Arcana just means like it's a more powerful situation or lesson in your life. I get that somebody is controlling, and so, I hate to say that, and my cards are upright. However, it doesn't mean that it can't have a reversal without being reversed. I can read it either way, but I keep it upright so you can see it. But I feel like usually the Emperor is a balance of all the kings. And when I say that, it's usually they're pretty level-headed. They're good at communicating. They're good with creativity. They're very good with managing their life, their career, and money. But this person is a little bit controlling. And maybe that's an understatement for some of you. But I feel like you have somebody controlling in your life. And I don't know if it's like a controlling boss. It's a controlling partner. Or you have a friend that's like kind of control you. Or a family member. I mean, it can be any... This is whatever your situation is. Only you know who that person is. But you know that I am referring to them. And they're very controlling. They have strict rules. They want to tell you how to live your life all the time. You feel judged by them a lot. And it's kind of it's constant. I can almost feel you sighing, kind of like, it's like, I'm tired of being judged. I'm tired of being complained at all the time. And, being controlled, being told like, you can't do this and you can't say that. Like, you feel like you don't have a voice. And I don't know who this is, but and it's not the easiest for me to say, oh, just stand up to him. I know what it's like. Especially if it's somebody related. Especially if it's someone you love, that you're close to, someone you respected. You might be losing respect for this person. You might be losing love for them. I don't know. These things can happen if you allow it longer. It's creating like, resistance is not the word, but I was trying to think of the word that I wanted to use there. I've lost it. Dang it. It happens. But yes, this person kind of makes you miserable. Like, there are good times, but it's like they can't go very long without shooting you, like telling you what you need to do all the time, or you kind of feel bossed around. And yeah, the Emperor tends to be like a natural leader, but there's also, when the Emperor is a little bit unbalanced, then yeah, you're going to get that tyrant, dictator, whatever. Those are the words I associate with someone who gets to be too much of a control freak. It's good to have some control as a leader, someone who's natural born, but they should be able to communicate with you and handle you in a proper way. This person clearly, like, they're sitting on their throne and they're almost too serious. They don't even have a smile. Like, do they even have a sense of humor? And whoever this is to you might be important. but you're kind of sick of it. You're like, you need a break from them. If there is a way to get away from them, like take frequent breaks. But if it's one of those situations where you're having to work with them or a family member you have to live with, now's the time to start plotting. Some of you might be able to get away from that person and distance yourself, and some might not. While you're in this situation, it's best try not to engage them too much. They're just going to keep doing what they do, and nothing you do and say is going to change anything, because this person is just wanting to control everything, and they think that everything should, everybody should believe what they believe or feel how they should, or those people that think, well, everything should be done the way I do it. No, everybody has a different way of doing things. We all think differently. We have different brains and thought patterns, and not everybody's going to see it their way, but they don't see it. So it's kind of like, no, I'm going to do it my way. It's good. You might drive them nuts that way, but that might cause more drama, more problems if you do that. I'm not saying you need to bow down to them by any means, but keep doing you and try to avoid them if that's possible. And if it's not, if there's something that can be done at work about it, you might have to go over their head. Especially if they're telling you not to do your job in a way you're supposed to be doing it. Or they treat you like you're stupid because, why didn't you do it this way or that way? You don't do it that way. I mean, as long as you're doing the job the right way and, and it's not causing an issue, I don't see the problem. Everybody has a different way. This person needs to learn. And you can try to speak up for yourself is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm having trouble speaking because that's what you have trouble with. I'm having trouble with my words because when you come up against someone like this, what do? They get angry. They get defensive. They start spewing a bunch of word vomit at you and making you feel guilty, or it makes you upset. It makes you feel defensive. And then they're trying to get a reaction out of you, or they're just trying to lord that control over you. And they get satisfaction out of it. So the best thing you can do is try not to react, take that deep breath when you're going to deal with them, and just be like, okay, I can do this. And, okay, just be like, all right, do it, and then do it your way. I mean, if you feel like it's to the point where it's too controlling and you can't get work done, or you feel like it's harassment, that's when it's time to speak up and say, hey, you know what? I got to set a boundary here. Thank you for your advice, but I need to do what's best for me, and I will make that decision. That's kind of along the lines of them telling you what to do all the time. You do you, and I'll do me. If you can talk to this person like this, great. I know friends are a little bit easier to talk to sometimes, but, when it gets to be someone that's like a parental figure or a boss, or especially, I feel bad for those of you if this is like a significant other, a partner. A romantic partner shouldn't be controlling you. That's a problem. That's something that will have to be addressed right away. And if it isn't not fixed, but this person does not handle it well when you approach them about wanting to talk about it, if they're not willing to change, to talk, to, work on it, then you got to get away. Just wanted to say that. You're going to have to make a hard decision to leave that relationship. And if it's going to take a bit, then plan it. But just don't get yourself, because I worry about relationships like that where it's too controlling. Because then it's like, oh, okay, they're going to control every aspect of your life, and then they might end up being more verbally abusive to you. Hopefully not physically. Because if that's happening at all, you need to get out now. Not acceptable. You don't want that. That is not an emperor. A true emperor is balanced and has control and knows how to communicate. And they're fair. They're strict but fair, But someone who's reversed, and reversals don't always have to be bad. There's so many different ways it can be. Or if mirrored, or whatever you want to call it. If he's unbalanced right now, no, you don't need that. You don't need this person. And this person can be male or female. Just because it's the Emperor's masculine card, that masculine energy can be used by just about anybody. So it could be either way. So if you have somebody in your life, don't assume that it's gender fluid here. So don't assume it's man or woman. You know who it is, and hopefully you know how to deal with them. And if you don't, you might find ways to avoid them. like, I would seriously, like, if you can get into some type of counseling therapy, I think that's the best thing. That would be what I would recommend because I am not a medical professional. I'm not a mental health professional, but I do think that you should seek out the appropriate person in order to give you some advice on how to deal with this person. I've been in therapy trying to learn this for a little bit now, so, and it has helped me in my communication with others, and I'm still learning, so I highly recommend it. Now, I'm going to ask the Naughty Oracle. Let me see. I got to shuffle these a little bit. But I want to ask this for a clarifying card or a confirmation card. I'm knocking on it. I'm trying to get this. It's a little hard to do this up on the desk. Sometimes it's easier if I can pull it down here at my level. And we've got one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, wow. Pardon this. Oh. Fancy fat fucker. Pardon the F word. It says get healthy. It's number 16. 16 in the major arcana for tarot is the Tower. The Tower is when things seem like they're falling apart. Maybe the Tower is the fact that this person is so controlling that, you're off balance and your tower is going to come down. But also the Tower could be a revelation. The lightning, when the lightning strikes, it gives you ideas. So that lightning strike could be kind of an aha moment for you. It's like, oh, I need to get some help for myself to learn how to deal with this person, or I need to get out of this situation and not deal with this person. There's a lot of different options, but just do what's best for you. What's best for you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of it. And even though this card would insinuate like losing weight, when it says get healthy, I don't think it necessarily has to be physical. And when I put this down, I feel like, wow, it's got all the candy stuck to it. But I kind of feel like when it says get healthy, I think that it's more about detoxing the controller out of your life. Or, you've got to it's toxic. You can't let somebody control you that much. So yeah, it's good to have boundaries. Part of getting healthy is talking to this person, putting that boundary up. If go through the appropriate channels if this is something through work. I know that there's a whole different ball game depending on who you're dealing with. You can talk openly to friends, and you should be able to talk to a romantic partner. If they're just too high-strung and a little too control freak, that's something that can be dealt with. Especially you Virgos out there. I kid. I know a few Virgos, and I have family that's Virgos, so I know, and they are like clean freaks, which I have no problem with, but they're also control freaks. So. But as a Leo, I'm personally a control freak too, so that's fine. I don't know if all Leos are this way or it's just me. I tend to be an introverted Leo, so I'm a little bit different, but yeah, I do what's best for you. You know your intuition on this. If you know how bad your situation is, it's time to get out. It's time to detox. It's time to do something different for yourself. If it's something that's easy enough that you're like, hey, buddy, we've been hanging out, but you've been trying to tell me what to do with my life. And it's like, I just need you to listen. And if I vent, if I got a problem, I just want you to listen. I'll ask for advice if I need it. But if not, I'm just needing someone to listen to because I'm bottling it up and it's not healthy. So do what you got to do. Yeah. But I know that each situation is different. So trust your intuition. Do what's best for you. And I hope this card will help you, confirm or clarify your situation. If this person is trying to control your weight, though, and telling you that's not healthy either. Nobody should be telling you. If you want to get healthy, you got to do it for yourself. And there's a difference between showing concern for your health and then flat out, gaslighting you into doing it. So please make sure you know the difference. I don't know what everybody's unique situation is because there's so many listening, but I really hope that everything works out for the best. Until next time, guys. Bye.